I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing. Go.
It's time. Change the cat calendar. This month's kitty cat is brought to you by Magnolias, or whatever those things are. May the 1st. Saturday, so there'll be no going to work today.
Out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me. Yeah, wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Find another
There's a reason I don't have a cooking show, and it's because I don't know what I'm doing.
reason to breathe this air. And now we made for ourselves. This won't be the last time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me?
Notice how I am making no attempt to look pretty for you. This is bedhead. There. There. That's it. My egg mix salsas, or whatever you want to call them. See, the computer has the Super Nerd 5000 skin. Today's weather for May the 1st, there's a frost advisory. So if you have things that could have been damaged by frost, it's probably too late. So today's feature article on Wiki is about the Socialist Soviet Republic of Abkhazia. This is a republic that was in the Caucasus region of the Soviet Union from 1921 to 1931. So it was a Soviet republic that disappeared and was absorbed into Georgia long before I came along, and probably before even my mother was aware of anything. It's not a part of a series, but it should be a part of a series of lost Soviet unions, or Soviet republics. I like the in the news on Wikipedia because there's only space for like 5 things, and it kind of has to be like internationally important to make it there. So there's a whole lot of chaff that is just not included. It's a good way to get a sense of what actually is probably relevant to people, as opposed to what did that government do now. It also lists people that have died lately, famous people, and I don't recognize any of the names. I just move on. And then I go to the Did You Know, which is a whole bunch of semi-interesting tidbits of stuff. Did you know that supermarket Omega Mart has nut-free salted peanuts available for purchase? What is a nut-free salted peanut? That's the thing I would like to know. I don't care that this place has them. What the hell are they? Oh no. May the 1st is the anniversary in 1941 of the premiere of Citizen Kane. Gonna have to watch that before our friend comes out. May the 1st is also Loyalty Day in the United States, for the reaffirmation of loyalty to the United States and recognition of the heritage of American freedom. Gee, people, another white pride holiday. So what did we learn from the Egg McMuffin experiment? I learned we miss Egg Smart. Today's horoscope. For Aries, you could find yourself at odds with the accepted way of doing things this weekend, and a lot of pressure will be applied to make you conform, which only shows how little some people know you. Just dig in your heels even more. Yeah, like, again, this is every day. Hey Taurus, here's something fun. The Sun and Uranus are close to your sign, so Uranus. So a couple of Christmases ago, a friend of ours, someone who actually shall not be named on Facebook, she got these in her building, and she had no interest in them. And so what they are is a series of cards with scenarios relating to the future. So in this one here, which household chores will be eliminated by technology? So every Saturday I pull one of these, and then I take a picture of it, and then I load it up onto my Gary Davidson author page, posing that question to see if anybody responds. And so far, the only person consistently doing so is Kim Robinson. So thank you, Kim. It was supposed to be a discussion. And I thought if every Saturday people expected a new one, and I mean, look, I got enough here for like 3-4 years, that we would get some sort of dialogue going. And while I'm interested in what those who have occasionally shown up to do put down, I was hoping for a dialogue. But, what can you do? Because this is a really sweet camera. First of all, it can do this. Right. So there it is. That's the Osmo. This tiny little handheld device. And then with a flick of a button, it flips around. And it's like a vlogger's choice because it's on a gimbal and everything. So, I'm going to go out for a walk, and I'm going to take that down to the car. Trudy had a dentist appointment today, this morning, and so she's gone off to do that. And then in the process, because we have to do curbside pickup on everything, and she needed to get some cat supplies, specifically litter, she's going to swing by there and pick that up on the way back. So she's gone for most of the morning. And I pulled out the cart there so she could put the litter in the cart down in the car and not have to try and lug it up or anything silly like that, because we're on the 10th floor and the car's in a second level garage way at the far end of it. Anyway, you'll see that in a minute too. She's she had a series of little goofy things that happened this morning, like the cereal was leaking. Cereal leaking. It's never happened. But anyway, so small surprise, she forgot the cart. So I'm going to bring it down and leave it in the garage, and then it'll be there for her when she gets back. And I'm going to do it masked up because, unlike some people in our building, I actually do care about other people. Not a selfish idiot. I didn't think that was me. I personally would have definitely put me in that other category, but here we are. No, here we are.
Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates, baby. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me. Yeah, wait. I think I'll last a bit longer. Fine. Another reason to breathe this air. And now we made for ourselves.
I haven't touched a doorknob directly in 12 months. Still not going to start now just because I'm carrying a gimbaled camera.
I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates, baby. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me. Yeah, I knew it when I met you. I'm not the only one who's alone. Find me soon and take me home. I knew it when I saw you. I'm not the only one hanging on. Tie me to someone who will love me.
The American vlogger in Paris, Jay Swanson, who kind of inspired a lot of this. So I came across Jay when I was looking for information on YouTube of what was happening in Paris with respect to their first lockdown and that sort of thing. And so he was shooting stuff both about his experience in confinement and then as things were opening up. And that became really fascinating because they were opening up in a different way and from a harder lockdown than we were. And he was the reason we ended up going to Paris in August because travel started opening up for us. We were down, I think at that point, under 9,000 active cases in all of Canada, under 1,000, I think, in Ontario at the time. And I think it was under 4,000 for all of Canada and under 1,000 for Ontario at the time. Under 700. It was something like that. It was ridiculously low. And he was posting these videos on how Paris was empty, on how everybody in Paris had gone on vacation, and there were no Asians and American tourists taking their place, so it was just empty. So then that got me thinking about the video stuff again, and that led to when we did our trip, which we booked like August 2nd, and then we flew out on August 13th. And I, with this new camera, you know, the Huawei P20 smartphone, it was engineered behind the lens. So I went there and I took like 6 hours of video while we were in Paris. I took just sitting on a bench, looking out, moments of, and all sorts of stuff. And then, while Trudy was going through her sessions there in Leaside over the summer, I was kind of experimenting with, if I did a vlog, what would it be? Would I do a vlog? What kind of vlog would it be? Blah, blah, blah. And it kind of seems ridiculous to be doing it from Mississauga, because, you know, that isn't Paris. There's nothing about that that's Paris. To the people who live in Paris, that's different. And any place that's different can be interesting to somebody. It's hard to believe when you're doing your own life. Like, I mean, if for Jay, for example, he went to Paris because he was interested in Paris, so it was natural to videotape Paris. But the experiences here are different from the experiences in rural Quebec or in Vancouver, you know, and they then are even more different from New York City or Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then even more different from Paris, Rome, Greece, Portugal, Africa, Asia. These are all different experiences. So there's nothing necessarily inherently not interesting about them to somebody. Well, I'm not going to become an internet star. I mean, come on. But I've always been video oriented, and it is kind of fascinating to be in an age where you have complete control over this stuff. And I do. I literally have, for the first time in my life, complete control over this. I can operate the camera. I can operate it remotely with the Osmo Pocket 2. I can edit it all myself. I can throw in simple effects. I can find sound effects online that are free. I can find music online that's free. I can do all of this stuff. And in doing the puppet show, I don't need anybody else. I don't have to work with anybody else's schedule. I can just sit down, write it myself, shoot it myself, do it myself. Occasionally, I get into this whole contraption. I'll show you the setup. And, you know, it would take me too long to extricate, get what I need, and come back. So I just call for Trudy to help, and that's why she gets this production credit on it. But on the whole, she's just my test audience on the whole. So finally being able to output, I mean, at this point right now, I got 13 season 1 episodes and 4 specials. That's 17 episodes, and some of them are 20 minutes or longer. So this is feeling pretty cool. This is great, and I finally figured out what it is I can do, because this vlog thing, I'm sorry, I'm gonna lose interest covering Mississauga. I'm gonna lose interest covering that. And this guy who's now racing towards a policeman. Got him. Oh, I love that. How can you not love that? This is a particularly Canadian enjoyment. If, yeah. That guy got nailed right as I was talking. That is awesome. You don't get to see this a lot. You see idiots all the time speeding past you, but you rarely get to see this. This video is probably going to be used at another point for some other day. I mean, there's going to be way too much to cover in this first one. I might spread this out over a bunch of them. But yeah, it's basically about proof of concept. Who knows? I might even start taking care of how I look. Stranger things have happened. But I do find this funny. It's hilarious to me to be just as I am. It's hilarious to me.
Oh, never in my life did I want to see you more than this. And every time you're lost, I wonder if you know you're missed. I'm breathing when I can, and I only hope you're watching this. I hope you know that I exist. Mission Control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission Control, am I drifting?
By the way, I hate this hill. This is steep enough of an incline that you get tired going up it. But not so steep that it actually counts as exercise. Meh.
Tell me to someone who will love me. Yeah, I'm doing well, I make you. I'm not the only one who's alone. Find me soon and take me home.
Come to National Film Board of Canada.
I'm not the only one, and you know. Someone who will love me. Somebody pick me up. Somebody find my love. Somebody pick me up. Somebody pick me up. Somebody find my love. Somebody pick me up.
Vlog-a-day for May. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. See you tomorrow.